Simply put, the clone stamp samples part of an image and clones it basically to cover up another part of the image. Hello there, my name is Fergus Fadden, and in this tutorial video I'm going to take you through how to use the clone stamp tool in Adobe PhotoShop. Simply put, the clone stamp samples part of an image and clones it basically to cover up another part of the image that you're working on. It can also be used across layers as well. So an extremely useful tool to have in your toolkit, as it were. So let's jump into it and have a look at, first of all, where can we find the clone stamp tool itself. So I'm here in Adobe Photoshop, and in my toolbar here along the left, I need to look for this guy right here. It looks kind of like a stamp. Now, if you don't see that one, maybe what you might find is this guy with a little box beside it, or checkered box. That's called the pattern stamp tool. So in order just to drill down into your extra options within a tool, like all tools, if they have a little triangle in the bottom right hand corner, you can hold down left click, and then you need to make sure that you have clone stamp tool selected. So I'm going to work with this image that I have loaded up here, and what I want to do with it is right here on this chair, I want to remove one of these little wheels on the chair. So I'm going to hold down Alt, and I'm going to use the wheel on my mouse just to zoom right in on it. Okay, so with my clone stamp selected, you can see that my cursor becomes this kind of large circle. And if I just right away go ahead and click on the area I want to clone stamp, look what happens. Could not use the clone stamp because the area to clone has not been defined. Alt+click to define a source point. Okay, so this is the key about the clone stamp. We need to first of all define the source. We're going to tell Adobe, here's the source. I want you to copy from here. Okay, so that this hand is the area that we've told Adobe to copy from. Then that big circle is going to reappear, and then Adobe is going to start copying from over here onto here. Now, if I move my big circle slightly, this area is going to move with it. They're attached to each other. So if I'm cloning from exactly here, it'll put it right here. Now, if I move all the way over here, it's going to be cloning right here onto this area. Let's jump back into Photoshop and see exactly what I mean. So I'm going to follow Adobe's instructions here. I'm going to Alt-click to define a source point. So let's just hit OK. So I'm going to press Alt, and look how my cursor changes to this kind of crosshair. So that's telling me wherever I click when I'm holding Alt, it's going to define the area where Adobe Photoshop is going to clone from. So I want to replace this wheel right here. So I think something around here, I could just kind of clone that over. So I'm going to hold on Alt, click here. And now look, it's already telling me, oh, there is something to cover it. Now, I can see that there's a grain there, so I'm just going to bring that grain right down and just drag a little bit. And that's the first part. That looks kind of decent already. I'm going to maybe clone from, let's say around here, this top part. Now, you see my cloning area is too big. So I can reduce the size of that by going right here, up along the top, and I can reduce the size, just drag this guy down, and now look, it's a lot smaller. Drag it down even more, and I can also increase the hardness to make it a very hard edge on my clone area, or I could make it much softer so it has this kind of blurred kind of effect. I kind of liked it up there around the 70 mark. That was a good level for it. I can, of course, also use the keyboard to do this. If I press right square bracket, it increases the size. And if I click left square bracket, and you can find those on your keyboard underneath the minus and plus symbols right after the number 0 along the top. So let's get rid of this last part here. I don't want this grain anymore. So I'm going to clone from, oh, let's say right about here. And let's bring that in there. Okay, looking pretty good. This time I'm going to clone from here back over here to cover this last part. So once again, alt, click, and clone. It's beginning to look, you know, you can kind of see, you know, it's not absolutely perfect. You can spend some time on this. Let me bring a little bit of this guy from here, maybe in there. But watch what happens now when I zoom out. Okay, let me get back to my image. Almost unnoticeable. Okay, of course, you might begin to pay a lot of attention and see it there, but you know, you can definitely work with this for a while and get it just the way that you want it. A little bit of this guy here. Okay, I got some work to do to make it exactly perfect, but that is how you use the clone stamp tool in Adobe Photoshop. Very simple tool, highly effective for making those little adjustments, or maybe even large adjustments, duplicating a part of an image and reproducing it in another part of an image to stamp out the unwanted part. Okay, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for following along. I hope it was useful for you. Please do hit that like, share, subscribe button if you find this useful, of course. Highly appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one. Bye for now.